Hello students, welcome to the online class of Unix programming. This is Professor Sagar Birje, and in this class we are going to discuss on the next command in Unix, that is the connecting commands is pipe. So we are going to discuss on the command pipe, which is also called as the connecting commands. So students, let us understand what is pipe in Linux. So the pipe is a command in Linux that lets you use two or more commands. The output of one command serves as input to the next. The symbol that you see denotes a pipe. Pipes help you mash up two or more commands at the same time and run them consecutively. So here, using pipe, you can join two commands and run them at the same time. So students, a pipe is a form of redirection, that is transfer of standard output to some other destination, that is used in Linux and other Unix-like operating system to send the output of one command to another command for further processing. So here, students, a pipe acts as a redirection, that is sending the output of one command as an input to another command. The symbol that we are going to use is the vertical bar in connecting the two commands. The pipe character indicates to the shell that the output command before the vertical bar is to be sent as an input to the command after the vertical bar. So student, here you have a term called as shell. So what exactly is a shell? So student, a shell is nothing but a command interpreter. A shell is nothing but a command interpreter through which a user can interact with the internal components of a operating system or a computer. Whatever commands that the user sends will be conveyed to the internal operating system through this shell. So here we have a graphical means of understanding how this pipe command works. So student, you can see in this graphical notation, we have command 1 and command 2 separated by a vertical bar, and that is what we call it as a pipe. We also call it as a filter. So what does it do? Command 1 processes the information, and whatever information that the command 1 has executed, the same information is transferred as an input to command 2. That is, the output of command 1 acts as an input to command 2. Let us understand this with an example. So students, now let us execute some of the commands using pipe and see how this pipe command works. So we start with a basic command, that is the cat command. So in short, we call this cat command as a concatenate command. It is one of the most frequently used command in Linux or Unix like operating system. Basically, a cat command allows you to create single or multiple files. You can also view the contents of a file, concatenate files, and redirect output in terminal or files. This is what the cat command does. Now you just see the demonstration of the cat command. Now when I type this cat command and provide a file name, you can see that it displays the entire file at a stretch and we reach the end of the file. So we cannot read the contents of the file page by page. So how can we do this reading a page one by one? So you have to concatenate some other command which will help you to see the contents of the page, contents in the file page by page. So we have one such command that can be clubbed with the cat command, that is the less command. So what exactly is less command? Let us see. So basically a less command in Linux utility which can be used to read the contents of the text file one page, that is one screen per time. It has faster access because if file is large, it don't access complete file but access it page by page. So here the reading of the contents in the file becomes easy when you use the less command along with the cat command, which is not possible to read the contents page by page when I use only the cat command. So here you can see I have used a vertical bar, or we call it as a pipe symbol or a command, which is going to concatenate these two commands, that is the cat command along with the file name and the less command, which will display the contents of the file page by page, which help us to read the contents of the page easily. Okay, so apart from the less command, we have another command that is called the more command or the PG command. Both the command works the same. So what does the more command do? So more command is used to view the text files in the command prompt, displaying one screen at a time in case of the file is large. It may be a log file. The more command also allows the user to scroll up and scroll down through the page. Okay, so how does the more command work? This again more command works in concatenation with the cat command using a pipe command. So first we have to write the cat command along with the file name, then use a vertical bar also called as a pipe, and then on the other side of the pipe we use the more command. So when you execute it, you can see the contents of the file are getting executed one screen at a time, or getting displayed one screen at a time. Similarly, instead of more, you can use the PG command. Both this PG command works in the same manner as the more command. Fine. This is what we have demonstrated you with the use of the pipe symbol, which is allowing you to concatenate two commands and execute them. Okay, hope you have able to understand this pipe command, how to use it. Basically this is used to concatenate one or more commands. Okay, so after executing these two commands, you can see that the pipe is a command in Linux that lets you use two or more commands such that output of one command serves as an input to the next. In short, the output of each process directly acts as an input to the next one, like a pipeline. So we are using the symbol vertical bar to denote as a pipe. So after executing these two commands, you can see that the pipe is a command in Linux that lets you use two or more commands such that output of one command serves as an input to the next. In short, the output of each process directly acts as an input to the next one, like a pipeline. So we are using the symbol vertical bar to denote as a pipe. So as you know, pipe helps you to mash up two or more commands at the same time and run them consecutively. So you can use a powerful command which can be performed complex task using this pipe. So in this video, you must have seen how we use the pipe command in order to join two commands and execute them to increase the performance. So students, the next command that we are going to discuss is the grep command. So what exactly is grep command? So a grep command in Unix or Linux is the short form for global search for the regular expression. The grep command is a filter that is used to search for the line matching a specified pattern and print the matching lines to standard output. So basically, the grep command is used to scan a document and present the result in a format that you want. The syntax for the grep command is you have to type the command grep, grep, and the string that you are looking for. So there are various options that can be used with this grep command. Few of them are listed with the options that we can use and its meaning. So we have an option that is -v or -v, we call it as, which shows all the lines that do not match the search string. So along with the grep command, you have to give a string and the option -v. It shows all the lines that did not match the search string. So apart from the string given, it will show all the other lines which did not contain the specified string that you had mentioned in the command. The second option what you have is -c, which displays only the count of matching lines. Suppose the string that you have specified in the command is present in more than one line, so the count of those matching lines will be displayed by using the option -c. The next option that you have is -n, which shows the matching line and its number. So students, basically this is used to print those lines and its numbers that are matching for a given string. Apart from that, we have an option -i, which match both the uppercase and lowercase strings which are specified in a given instruction. Apart from that, you have an option called as -l or -l, which shows just the name of the file with the string. So these are some of the options that you can use along with the grep function or the grep command. So in this video, we'll be practicing some of the examples on the command grep. Now student, let us demonstrate the working of the grep command. As I already told you, a grep command in Unix or Linux is a short form for global search for regular expression. And the grep command is a filter that is used to search for line matching a specified pattern and print the matching lines to the standard output. So with various options, you can try this grep command. So let us start with the first command to understand how the grep command works. So again, we are going to use the pipe command in order to concatenate these two commands so that they can execute simultaneously. So we have the command called as cat, and I'm providing the file name fifth sem, which consists the list of all the students. After that, I'm going to add a vertical bar, we call it as a pipe, and then followed by a grep command. And then we have the first option -i and the string that is to be matched, that is A. So understand the command. So what does -I do? It matches both the uppercase and lowercase string that you have specified in a given string or in a given command. Now what happens? The string A or the character A that is present in the list of students, that it may be, for example, I have the name called as Anand. So Anand has a character A present in it. Okay, then we have the name called as Rahul. So Rahul has a character A present in it. Then it may be Manjunath. So Manjunath has a character A in it, or any such word that is present having a character A in it will be matched and will be displayed, whether it is in uppercase or lowercase. So this is how the grep command applies the filter on the list of students available and matches out only that string that you require and present in the format that you want. This is the first example that you have seen. So you can see the list of students having the given string, specified string in the command present in that particular word. Fine. Now let us demonstrate the second command, that is cat. Okay, I am specifying the file name fifsem, and later I add a vertical bar, that is the pipe command, and then the next command is grep, and I specify the string Anand. So what happens? Okay, it will display the name of the students Anand in my list. Okay, this is how it works. Now, as I told you, a pipe command can be used to concatenate or join two or more strings. Here is another example of it. So when I use a cat, fifsem is the file name that I am specifying, providing with the cat command, then followed by a vertical bar or a pipe. Then after that pipe, I have the grep command followed by the string that I'm going to match, that is Anand. And then after that, I have added one more pipe symbol. Okay, and then we have this WC. Now what does WC? The word count and -L. So what does -L tell? -L tells you how many lines the word is present. So how many times Anand has appeared, the string Anand has appeared in the student list. So those lines will be appearing, the count of number of word count of lines that will be displayed. So you can see here that we how many times the string Anand has appeared in the list of students that are present in the file fifth semester. Fine. Okay. Now let me type another command and see how the grep command works. So the same thing, cat file name, that is fifth semester, followed by a pipe symbol. Later I'm going to add one more command, that is grep, followed by the string Anand. Then another pipe command to concatenate one more command. Then WC, that is the word count, and -C. So what it is going to return? It is going to return how many characters are present in that particular string. Okay, so that is what it is going to tell me. Fine. Apart from that, the next command that we are going to see is the word count. So here you can see I am going to type cat fifsem, then a pipe symbol, the grep command, followed by the string Anand, followed by the pipe symbol, then the word count WC -W. So what does W do? It gives me the word count. So how many times Anand has appeared in that list, the word count will be given to me. So you can see the same thing in the output. In my previous command, when I have typed WC -C, that is the character count, you must have seen that here the count is more than the characters that are present in the given string. Okay, so there is a difference. So if you look into the word called as Anand, so Anand has how many characters? 5 characters, but it is showing 6. The extra character is just because after typing Anand I have pressed the enter key, so that is also considered as a character and the count will be taken. So we have, instead of 6 it is showing 7, the character count as 7. This is what the difference is all about. Okay, so students, after executing these 3 commands, hope you have understood how to use the grep command, and along with that how can we club 3 different commands together using a pipe command. This is what you have demonstrated in this execution. Okay, so hope you have understood this. So let us summarize the concept that we have discussed in today's class. Initially we discussed about pipes. So pipes helps combine 2 or more commands. A filter in a pipe is an output of one command which serves as input to the next. And the last concept that we discussed was the grep command. So the grep command can be used to find strings and values in a text document. Hope you have understood the concept of pipes and grep command in this particular class. Thank you students for watching this video, and if you have any doubts or any queries regarding this pipe and grep command, feel free to text me or contact me. Thank you.